皆さんこんにちは。前回に引き続きトレインシムワールド5をやっていくよ。前回はディーゼルが花火をめちゃくちゃに配置してましたが、今回のトーマスのターンではどうなるでしょうか。
The hunt for the missing gifts. Back at Minehead Station, Thomas was waiting at the platform. Soon all his passengers were on board, and he was finally ready to go. Come on, he puffed to Annie and Clarabelle. Let's get going and see if we can make up for lost time. But as he was about to leave, he suddenly heard someone shout. All the gifts for the party are missing, cried the station master. Once again, Thomas was puzzled. Where did the gifts go? Don't worry, we'll look for them along the way, said Thomas reassuringly. The station master smiled as Thomas blew his whistle and set off along the line.
始まりました。まずは汽笛を鳴らすのね。よし、出発しよう。
Come along, Annie and Clarabelle. We need to keep a lookout for those missing gifts.
最初の駅に到着。
Get in quickly, please, he whistled. What's that up ahead? We should stop and check, as it could be the missing gifts. That's one of the missing gifts found, said Thomas. But how did it end up here?
プレゼントがクリックできない。機関車から降りないといけないのかな。どうするんだ。試行錯誤してみたところ、内部カメラに切り替えてドアを開けると降りることができました。やっぱり降りないとプレゼントを拾えないか。
I know. When we stop at the next station, we can give it to the station master. I'm sure they can look after it whilst we finish our journey.
"ドライバーポジションに戻って運転再開しよう。ドア開けっぱなしだった。
Look! There's another gift up ahead. Let's stop and collect it. There's the station master. Hello, Thomas. Thanks so much for finding these gifts. It seems that there have been gifts missing from several stations. Do you think you could find any more on your journey? Don't worry. We'll be sure to keep a good lookout and pick up any more that we find. There's another gift at the side of the track. We need to make sure that we stop and collect it. Look, there's another gift up ahead. I wonder how they ended up by the side of the track. There's the station master. Can you give them the gifts we collected, please? Thanks for finding these, Thomas. You really are a useful engine. Look, there's another gift at the side of the line. I do hope there aren't any more, as we don't want the passengers to miss out. Look, there's another gift up ahead. Let's stop and collect it. I do hope all these extra stops aren't going to make us even later. Perhaps if that's the last gift, we can try to make up for some lost time before we reach the next station. As Thomas approached Watchet Station, he saw that Mr. Peters was standing on the platform. He was talking to the station master about the missing gifts, and Thomas was worried he might be in trouble for being late. But Mr. Peters wasn't cross. He was pleased. Ah, Thomas, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to tell you that I've spoken with the station masters, and they've all told me what a great job you've been doing. Thomas was very relieved. Thank you, sir, he said. I'm just glad to help. You've certainly proved yourself to be a really helpful engine by finding all the missing gifts, continued Mr. Peters. Don't worry, I'll see to it that they arrive in time for the party tonight. In the meantime, why don't you rest here for a while? I'm sure the passengers won't mind. Oh, yes, a short rest would be nice. Thank you, sir. That settles it then, smiled Mr. Peters. Before you arrived, I was telling the station master about a big fireworks display we're having tonight to celebrate your visit. The fireworks have been loaded into some trucks that are waiting at Willerton Station. Do you think you could collect them and take them to the display ground later on? Yes, sir, puffed Thomas proudly. A fireworks display sounds wonderful, and all those loud noises and bright colours will be marvellous for the celebration. I can't wait. Mr. Peters laughed. I'm glad you're looking forward to it, he said. We still have lots to do before we're ready for the party to begin, so I'll see you later, Thomas. And with that, Mr. Peters headed off to make preparations for the event, and Thomas waited at the platform, enjoying his rest.
長かったですが、今回は以上です。今回のプレゼントもディーゼルがやったのかな。では次回に続きます。次回はめんどくさい花火を回収することになりそうですね。